Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Tsimikas, Mac Alister, Hoda, Diaz, Liverpool injury news and return dates. In the 1-1 draw with Arsenal, Liverpool's injury issues worsened as Kostas Tsimikas and Luis Diaz had to be substituted. The injuries Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are dealing with keep getting worse. Kostas Tsimikas and Luis Diaz both had to depart from Saturday's 1-1 draw with Arsenal due to injuries, adding to the already stretched roster. Due to Tsimikas' injury, both of Liverpool's senior left-backs are currently out of action, and Andy Robertson is still recovering from a shoulder problem. It appears like Diaz worsened a previous knee injury, but it's not yet clear if the Colombian would have to miss time with the club as a result. The list of players that Klopp is currently unable to use is below. 9 of them are presently on the treatment table. Kostas Tsimikas. After being challenged by Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka, the Greek defender was badly hurt as Tsimikas landed awkwardly on his shoulder. Saka brought him down, and he seemed like he was in considerable discomfort when he clattered into Klopp on the touchline. After Saturday's 1-1 draw, the manager of Liverpool stated that Tsimikas' condition was not improving. He, Tsimikas, broke his collarbone at least, stated Klopp. That is very detrimental to us. Expected return date, unknown. Luis Diaz. Diaz, who was also hurt against Arsenal, is hoping that his knee pain is a temporary one. Following a 3-2 loss against the Gunners in October 2022, the Colombian sustained a knee injury that kept him out of action for several months last season. The former Porto winger was taken out of the game on Saturday due to a nagging pain in the same area of his body. After the game, Klopp gave reporters an update on Diaz, saying, "I hope not serious. He was in anguish, it was knee on knee, and we wanted to change twice at that precise moment before Lucho passed out. We actually intended to wait to see if Lucho needed to be taken off, but we ultimately changed all 3 as we could no longer wait for Lucho to be as he is. We play in 3 days, and you never know how quickly the turnaround is, so we'll have to see," Lucho said to me. The physios weren't too concerned. I'm not sure. Expected return date, unknown. Alexis Mac Alister. After being sidelined following a cut to his knee during the 1-0 victory against Sheffield United earlier this month, Mac Alister is getting closer to returning to action. The Argentine's ailment, which was first believed to be minor, turned out to be more serious than anticipated, which has caused him to miss several games. On Friday, however, Klopp offered an upbeat appraisal of Mac Alister's situation, saying, "Maka and Diogo getting closer and closer but not ready for tomorrow." That concludes it. Expected return date, January. Joel Matip. Joel Matip, a defender for Liverpool, had surgery to repair an anterior cruciate ligament injury. The 32-year-old, whose contract at Anfield is coming to an end, will probably miss the remainder of the campaign. In the 70th minute of the thrilling 4-3 victory over Fulham, he was left injured on the Anfield field following an off-the-ball incident. Unfortunately, I anticipated that it would be an ACL tear from the outset. That was how everything appeared. Very regrettable, Klopp remarked. Expected return date, 2024-25 season. Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, a defender for Liverpool, will make a welcome comeback in January after missing time due to a shoulder injury sustained while playing for Scotland internationally. The captain of the Tartan Army had surgery to realign his shoulder, and he hasn't played since. As a result, he hasn't been able to watch Scotland's victorious Euro 2024 qualifying campaign or watch the Reds ascend to the Premier League. Earlier this week, Klopp talked on the Scots' health, saying, "I sat yesterday pretty long with him and actually he's doing well. The fact that the shoulder is somewhat absent is the issue. The remainder of the body is fine, but we will need to exercise some patience. It's okay, we just need to exercise a little more patience." He finds it very annoying that he cannot perform ball training, passing drills, or other such activities because he is already capable of performing all the physical labor, just not in an appropriate manner. However, once he's physically prepared to leave and granted shoulder mobility, I believe his return will not take too long. We're all hoping for January, but I'm not sure. Expected return date, January. Diogo Jota. The Reds have missed the dynamic forward greatly ever since he was hurt in a 1-1 draw against Manchester City on November 25. What is certain is that Jota will soon be contributing to Liverpool's attack once more, as Klopp stated the former Wolves player was becoming closer and closer to Mac Alister. The Portugal international might make a return when Newcastle United visits on New Year's Day. Expected return date, January. Ben Doak. Ben Doak recently suffered a knee injury that required him to leave an under-21 match versus Chelsea. With appearances in both the Carabao Cup and Europa League, Doak was starting to enjoy a first-team position at this point, so it's a major setback. It is unlikely that the Scot will be hurried back anytime soon. Regarding his condition, Pep Lijnders, the assistant manager of Liverpool, stated, "That's not a good one. He tore his meniscus on the side, requiring surgery. That one will require more time. He is young, physically fit, and optimistic, so it is likely that he will return stronger. However, we need him to return with the same intensity and passion that he did when he was playing the ball. We'll wait for him even if he takes some time." Expected return date, unknown. Thiago Alcantara. Thiago Alcantara, a midfielder for Liverpool, hasn't played for the Reds since their April victory against West Ham United. The midfield maestro has been troubled by a hip condition, which led him to get surgery to hopefully resolve the issue. The last news regarding Thiago was released in November, and Klopp expressed optimism that the number 6 will return to play in January. "It's a continuous issue," the Reds manager added. "We also can't put any pressure on him there, but we anticipate his return sometime in the new year. Since November has already arrived, which translates to an additional 4 weeks, I think it would be reasonable to attempt that. To be honest, we are eager for him to return. The player is simply outstanding. I appreciate your inquiry, however at this time we are unable to provide a week-by-week update as things are not going to alter significantly." Expected return date, January. Stefan Bajcetic. Following several injury setbacks, Stefan Bajcetic has had a trying time with Liverpool. During a terrible time for the team, he had a fantastic rookie season. However, in March, a stress reaction in his adductor caused his campaign to end. After experiencing a calf problem, Bajcetic made a comeback in September with appearances in the Carabao Cup and Europa League. However, his participation against LASK Linz turned out to be his final one. There is no clear date for the midfielder's recovery. In November, Klopp stated, with Stefan, "It's again one of these things. To put it plainly, Stefan has amazing qualities that anybody might see, be they potential, talent, or something else entirely. What a teammate. But the fact is that he was not yet ready. These boys are still developing. Every one of them is unique. We have other guys that have different bodies and skeletal growth, and that's okay. With others, it's a little early, so we'll just need to apply the brake once more and wait for everything to calm down. Then Liverpool has a fantastic player at their disposal. However, we simply have to wait because there isn't any time that we can or will put on that. He is present, training, going about his business. Since we already know how excellent he is, we must now make sure that we assist him in getting a body to match, not just once, but 3 times a week. This is excellent news for the club. We will arrive. We simply cannot utilize him at this time. Expected return date, unknown. Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days.